Hi there, thank you so much for joining me. We're going through an Express Reformer class today. This is part of my Taste of Traditional, so you might see some traditional exercises that you're familiar with in today's class. For today's class, all you need is a Pilates box. I've got that off to the side. My foot bar is in the up position. I'm going to be on my footwork weight, which is 2 heavy reds and a very heavy green. But if you don't have that very heavy green, you're on 3 heavy reds. And then I've got my loops here for my element straps. I'm going to use handles. We're doing a lot of arm work today, so I just like to have those handles, and we're not putting the straps on thighs or arms or anything like that, so you don't need those loops. So whatever you'd like for your straps is good with me. We're going to start footwork, so let's lay down and get started. Now before you start, you can choose your headrest up or down, really your choice for footwork, whatever feels best for your neck. We're going to start with the toes on the bar and then zip your heels together and let your knees fall wide. Just reach those arms down nice and long and connect your spine to that mat. All right, zip your heels together and here we go. We're going to push all the way out, squeeze the legs together, come all the way in and peel those knees apart. All the way out and all the way in. As always, that breath is a tool for you to use. I like to inhale when I push out and exhale when I come in. Sometimes I change that based on what we're doing, but for more of my traditional classes, that's the breath pattern I like to follow. So I'm taking a nice inhale, and as I come in, I'm exhaling that breath out and squeezing those heels nice and tight to touch. So this external rotation, just a few more, out and in, and one more. Now when you're back into the bumper, we're going to switch it to internal rotation. Let your knees touch, let your heels fall wide. Go all the way out, the knees come apart, and then they come right back together when you come in. So I'm spinning everything in that kind of knock-kneed position with my knees reaching towards each other. My heels are still lifted nice and high. We have just a few more here in this internal, and then we're going to focus on spinning those hips from one to the other. So next time you're out, stay out there, rotate your heels to touch, come in. So knees touch, you go out, heels touch, you come in. So it's internal to push, external to come in, internal to push, and external to come in. Just 4 more here, and 3, and 2, 1 more, then let's reverse it. So stay in that external rotation to push, but do internal to come in. Really spin on the balls of the feet, external to push, internal you come in. Rotate, push, rotate again to come in. Good. Just spinning through those hips, warming up through those legs. Let's do 2 more like that. External to push, internal in. 1 more external to push, internal in. Go to external, push and hold. Spin to parallel and stay there. Lower your heels, bend your knees to come in. Lift your heels, push out. So my heels are going to go way down low, and then I come in. My heels lift and I push out. Heels down low, I come in. Heels lift high, I push out. We've got just a few more in that direction, and then we'll reverse the direction. Good. 1 more like that. Good. Now keep your heels high to come in. Lower your heels, go all the way out. Feel that bigger stretch. Heels high, you come in. Heels low, you keep pushing low as you push out. Heels up, you come in. Heels go low and even lower as you go out. High to come in, and low, even lower as you go out. Just a few more there. Stretching through the back of those legs. And 2, and 1. Let's go all the way out. Lift the heels and take a run. Right heel goes down and up. Left heel goes down and up. Just 1 heel at a time. Down and up, and down and up. Good work. Just 4 more here. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lift both heels, bend your knees, come home, and give yourself a hug. You can shake those feet out, roll those ankles out, and let's come up and change our weight. We're going to our hundreds and our mid-back series. I like to do that on 1 heavy red and 1 medium blue. So I'm on 1 heavy red, 1 medium blue, and we're going to start with our hundreds. So wiggle a little bit away from the shoulder blocks. You're going to grab onto your handles and reach your arms to the ceiling. Now arms are going to be right up to the ceiling. Zip up through the abs and lift those legs to tabletop. Nod your chin, look towards the knees, and let's lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Send those arms all the way to the hips and start that hundreds breath. Now I'm going to keep my arms nice and still. Just take a big inhale through a count of 5 and a big exhale for a count of 5. And I'm looking right towards that navel, so every exhale, I'm zipping up those abs, drawing my navel a little bit deeper to my spine. Now a little more challenge, you can send that right leg long, all the way above or under that foot bar. You're inhaling for a count of 5, and you're exhaling, lifting even higher. It's like those fingers are trying to reach towards the foot bar. Now, if you certainly want to add those presses, you can. I'm just keeping everything still for me today, just a different variation. Inhaling and exhaling. Switch the legs if you'd like. We're taking that left leg long. Again, both legs can be in table. Every exhale, you're hugging that corset on tighter. You're lifting those arms further, and you're lifting that head and neck and shoulders a little bit higher. Good. Now we've got about 3 more rounds. I'm going to take both my legs long. I can choose both legs long over the foot bar. I can choose both legs long under the foot bar. Good. Inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5. We've got 2 more rounds. Inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5. And here's your last round. Inhaling for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5, but don't go down yet. Hold it here, and we're pulsing that upper body for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs in table, arms to the ceiling. Let's keep our head down for a little rest. Arms are going to go down to the mat, out to a letter T, straight up to the ceiling, keeping that carriage still. Down to the mat, out to a letter T, straight up to the ceiling. So the carriage moves when we pull down. It moves when we go to the T, but it stays nice and still when the arms come up. Just a few more like that. So it's kind of a circular motion, not really a circle. Down and out and right back up. Just 2 more here, and then we're going to reverse that direction. When the arms are up, pause. Let's go out. Don't move that carriage. And again, pull down to the hips, up to the ceiling, and then go right back out. Down to the hips, up to the ceiling, and right back out. Again, we're doing just a few more in this direction. And then I think our neck had a little bit of a rest, so we're going to bring it back up for a more traditional coordination. Last 2 here. Out, down and around and up. And 1 more out, around and up. Now hold here. Take those arms to the mat. Bend your elbows, and we'll start our coordination. Again, look towards the knees. We're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders and shoot the arms straight to the mat and hold. Send the legs long and hold. Take just that right leg, open it to the right. Just that left leg, open it to the left. Now both legs, open and close. Bend your knees, bend your arms. If you can, keep that head up. We go again. The arms reach, the legs reach. Right leg opens, left leg opens, both legs open. You bend the knees and you bend the arms. Option to lower the head. Again, let's reach the arms, reach the legs. Right leg, left leg, both legs. Bend the knees, bend the arms, lower the head if you need. We've got 3 more here. Arms reach, legs reach, right and left and both, and bend and bend. 2 more. Reach the arms, reach the legs, right and left and both. Bend the knees, bend the arms. 1 more. This is your best one. Reach the arms, reach the legs, right and left and both. Bend the knees, bend the arms, and rest. Good. Put your feet down. The long loops are going on the feet now. So I'm going to push all the way out and take the right foot into the long loop and the left foot into the long loop. Now, if you did have your head rest up, let's bring it down for short spine. My legs are long out to 45 degrees and the arms are to my sides. I want you to go ahead and lift your legs up to the ceiling and then start to peel your spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. It's like your feet are going to reach towards that tower and you're going to bring your carriage all the way into the bumper and just keep going if you can. So we're going to lift, lift, lift as high as we can. Now turn your toes out, heels together, and pull those knees right into your shoulder blocks. Roll your spine down. You can keep those heels right where they are and just take a hamstring stretch. So you're rolling the heels down as far as you can. When you can't go any farther, pull those heels back to your bottom and then reach your legs long, come back to parallel. So our legs are going to come up to the ceiling, and then we're going to start to roll the hips up. Now eventually your carriage might dock, but you can keep rolling those feet to the tower, into your turnout. Knees go right to the shoulder blocks. Your hips are going to roll right away from those heels for a stretch, and then your heels come right back to the hips. You push the legs long and go to parallel. We've got a few more like that. The legs are going to come up. We'll start to roll the hips up as high as you can. Again, that weight's going to stay in the shoulders, not in the neck. You're going to turn out, bring the knees right down to the shoulder blocks, roll the hips slowly down, massaging that back. Bring your heels back to your bottom, reach the legs long, and back to parallel. We've got one more here. The legs come up. We'll roll the hips up, coming all the way up, turning out and pulling the knees to the shoulder blocks, rolling that spine slowly down. Bring those heels to the bottom, push the legs long, back to parallel, and let's bring the straps off the feet and put the feet on the foot bar. Good job. Straps are going back onto the pegs, and we're going to make our way up. So pull the knees to the chest, give yourself a little hug, and rock side to side. Okay, it's time for our box. So let's come up and off. I'm going to take my foot bar to the down position. I am also going to change my weight to a medium blue spring. For me, I like the medium blue for arms pulling straps, so we're working arms. Long box is on, and then I want you to lay on your belly on the box, facing that tower, kind of right at the bra line with the chest off the box. You're going to reach up for that tape and grab the tape and reach the arms down towards the mat. So I want you to reach those legs nice and long. Do a little turnout for me today, just like we were with our short spine, because we're going to add some heel beats here. So nice long line. The legs are reaching, the crown of the head's reaching. I'm going to pull those arms all the way to my hips and hold. Beat the heels together. 3, 2, 1, and then lower the arms right back down to the floor. So knuckles pull back to the foot bar, and I hold. I beat 3, 2, 1, and then lower right back down. So as my arms pull back, I am extending my chest, lifting up. 3, 2, 1, and then lowering right back down. Reach long from the crown of the head all the way to those heels. Reach all the way long through those arms. Try to create as much space as you can through your back as you reach. Squeeze, 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 and then lower back down. Here's your last 2. Press those arms back and hold. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. And here's our last one. Pull those arms all the way back and hold. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Bring the legs back to parallel, and then bring the arms out to a letter T. Now from this T position, I'm going to pull. If this is too challenging, hold the straps. So I'm going to hold the handles actually. It's a little easier for me. So I'm holding those handles. I'm going to pull my arms to the hips, lift my chest, little swimming. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs still. Open the arms back to the T. Pull those arms to the sides and hold. Swim. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs. Open those arms to a T. Again, pull those arms all the way back. Lift that chest and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And open. You've got 3 more to go. Let's pull those arms back and hold. Swim. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release all the way. Last 2. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way to the T. Here's your last one. Pull those arms back and hold. Swim. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Put the straps away. Take the hands as far forward on the wood as you can and just lay for a moment. I'm going to keep those legs parallel and reach them back, but no movement with the legs for this one. Hold as far forward on the wood as you can. You're going to take those hands and pull with straight arms. So as I pull my carriage out, I'm lifting my chest up into that little extension, opening my heart, and then I'm going to lower right back down. Now we are going to do a little bit more of a challenging exercise called Grasshopper. And if you get into it and you don't like it, this is where you're going to return. So I always want to make sure everybody feels successful. So if this is what you want to continue, you can. For Grasshopper, it's going to be a little bit more of an intense back bend. So if this is where your back feels good today, you're going to repeat this. If you want to join me for Grasshopper, on the next one, we're going to change our position. So come all the way in. Let's all rest before we do another round. So for the Grasshopper, I'm going to slide my body forward. So now my hip bones are at the very edge where I just had my bra line. So from this position, instead of pulling the carriage, I'm going to be dipping my chest down into the well. So move your hands a little closer, reach those legs long. So you're going to bend your arms, lower your chest. Now reach energy through your legs. Bring those legs as far up as you can, that chest down, like a little teeter-totter, and then come right back up. We'll add the legs in a second. So I'm reaching through those legs the best I can, lowering my chest, lengthen, 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 and then come right back up. I'm going to do that one more time, and then I'm going to add the Grasshopper. Now, if you're not feeling comfortable here, go back to the first exercise or wiggle your body. Maybe you just need to adjust where you are. Next 3, I come up into that extension and I hold. I'm going to bend my legs, cross my ankles. 3, 2, 1, shoot my legs way out long, and then come all the way up. I'll do that again. I lower, but my legs are reaching. They're not collapsing. I bend, cross, 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 reach, and come all the way up. This is my last one. I'm going to come up, cross, 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 reach, and then come all the way up and release. Let's everybody step off to the side. Put your elbows on the box. Put your feet on the floor. Take a little cat stretch. Round your back and arch your back. Round your back and arch your back. Good work. All right, let's put our foot bar up. Now I have a yellow spring, so I'm going to take my lightest spring possible. We are doing arm work with a little bit of a twist. So if you don't have that yellow spring, you might need to just use your longer loop. I'm going to sit with my right side closest to my tower, and I'm going to pick up, that front strap and put my handle in my left arm. So my left arm's reaching out to the foot bar. My right arm's reaching to the tower. I'm going to lengthen my spine, zip up through my midline. Now let the carriage pull you. You're taking a twist to the tower, twist it all the way back, and do that again. So you are twisting to the tower, and you're twisting all the way back. Again, if that twist is too much, grab your longer loop, and you can do the same twist. Another option is to sit a little closer to the tower. So if things get too challenging on this twist, you can always move where you're sitting on the box. I'm going to do that twist 2 more times. And 1 more time. Now, when I'm all the way out to my T, hold it. Take your right hand down to the box or maybe the shoulder block and go into your Semaphore. So you're going to take that left elbow to the ceiling and bend and straighten that left arm. My elbow's going to point up the whole time. Now I can certainly look up to the ceiling, but I can also look down. What I want to make sure is I'm not locking out this right arm. I'm going to be really soft in that right arm. And I'm just here for 3 and 2 and 1. And then I'm going to finish and come all the way up. Take that handle in your right hand, left hand on the box. That right arm's going to come up to the horizon. I'm going to lean and reach to my foot bar, come right back up. Remember, I'm on that yellow spring. If you want more challenging, you can certainly do all of this on that medium blue. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Good work. Okay, keep that strap in the right hand, straddle your box facing your foot bar. We're doing rowing 3 and 4 in a single arm variation. If you don't have a light yellow and it's too hard, pick up the other strap and do double arm. You can do double arm instead of single. That is totally fine. So I'm going to start with that right thumb by my armpit, Zip up my abs and lengthen. That right arm's going to punch forward. I'm going to lower it right down to my hip and then bring it right up to the ceiling, nice and tall, circled around and down, thumb to the armpit to start again. So if this is too challenging, pick up both straps. You don't have to be doing one arm, especially if you don't have that lighter spring. So this is pretty challenging work if you don't have that lighter spring. So both arms can punch forward and down and then come all the way up and circle around. Good. You'll just have to do 2 sets with both arms, and that's fine. Good. 1 more, and then we'll do our rowing 4. So that thumbs to the armpit, I push forward and come down, go all the way up and circle around. Now my next rowing, I'm going to start with my hand kind of right by my leg, and it's like I'm going to slide it forward along my thigh and then reach it forward, and at the same time find that spine stretch position in my spine. So I'm going to round in my spine. And then I'm going to stack my spine up, bring the arm around, and start again. So I round my spine this time, reach forward for my fingers, come up to sit tall, circle around to the side. So I'm going forward for spine stretch, lifting up, and circling to the side. Forward for spine stretch, straightening up, and circling to the side. 2 more here. Make sure when you go forward with your spine, it is a round spine. So you're pulling your belly button back as you're reaching your arm forward. And then go ahead and put that strap away. Now before we do the other side, we're going to do a little plank variation. Hands are going to go to the foot bar. Knees are at the edge of the box, and your feet are turned under. I'm going to stay on that yellow spring to challenge myself. Heavier spring is easier here. So hold on tight, push out against the hands like you're kicking on your back. You're going to push out, lift your knees, come to plank, come in, lower the knees or hover. You can also just keep the knees down, especially if you're on that light spring. I'm going to take the variation where I lift my knees when I go out and I lower my knees when I come in. You might take the variation where you keep your knees up the whole time. Just a few more, and then we're going to stay back in our plank. And then once we're back in our plank, we're going to move from our shoulders. So next time you're back in your plank, stay. You might be on the knees, you might be on the feet. I'm going for the knees today. I'm going to push from my shoulders, and I'm going to come in from my shoulders. Again, you have the option of being on your knees or being on your feet. You choose, but we're coming from the shoulders. Now keep pushing out against the shoulders. Think of soft elbows, rolling the eyes of the elbows back. So the eyes of the elbows don't face forward, they face back towards the tower. Good. That keeps those shoulders sliding down and back and away from the ears. Nice. You've got 1 more. Keep that bottom nice and low. Keep that spine nice and long. And then if your knees are lifted, bring them down. We're going to lift the hips high, drop the sternum down, and take a little puppy pose. So you're dropping the chest, lowering in towards the well. Excellent job. Let's come all the way up, and we have that second side of our rowing 3 and 4. So straddle the box. Farther back is going to be easier. Sitting closer to the foot bar is a little harder. Again, I'm on that light yellow, so I'm doing a single arm option. If you don't have a light, you might want to opt for both arms working. So left thumb by the armpit, sit up tall, zip up those abs. We're going to reach that arm forward to the horizon, bring it down, and bring it all the way up and around and right back, thumb to the armpit to repeat. So exhale, you push forward, you bring the arm down, come all the way up and around, and then back to your start position. For this one, the spine's staying long the whole time. We're sitting up as tall as we can. Good. There's 2 more here. So we press the arm forward for that chest press, lower, coming all the way up for that front raise, and circling back and down. 1 more here. Now that second variation, we're doing rowing 4. This time the arm stays a little lower, right in line with your leg. When you slide your arm forward, you're pulling your belly button in like you're gonna round your spine the best you can. Then stack up and circle the arm to the side. So you go forward, belly button draws in, spine rounds, you stack that spine up tall and reach the arm out to the side. So you're going forward, push through the hand, pull in through the abs, come up and circle around. Just 3 more here. And 2 more here. And 1 more. Nice work. Okay, spin to the left. You're still on that light spring, or if you don't have that light spring, scoot closer to the tower and grab your longer loop. I'm going to take that right arm out to a letter T, holding the strap, left arm out to a T. Long, long spine. You are twisting your torso to the tower, zipping those abs up as you twist to the foot bar. Big inhale to twist to the tower. Big exhale to twist to the foot bar. Three, and 2, 1 more. Now when you're out to that letter T, my left hand's going to come to the box, maybe the shoulder block. I'm going to bring my right hand up to the ceiling. My right elbow faces the ceiling as I bend my elbow and push and press it straight for that semaphore. This is when I really like the handle because the handle can kind of roll with that wrist. Keeps it in a nice line here. Make sure you're not locking that left arm. It's very soft. You could be looking up. You could be looking down. Whatever works for your neck here. Good. Big inhale to bend and big exhale to press. 2 more. 1 more. And then let's make our way up and take that strap in the left hand. So our left hand's going to be up in that goalpost position. Right hand's by the box. Again, pull those abs and ribs in first, and then let's lean and punch to the foot bar and then go right back. So we're leaning and punching to the foot bar, coming right back. Three more. 2 more. And last one. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and put that strap away. And we'll step off. Okay, I wanted to check our time, and I was hoping we would have time for my favorite stretch, and we do. So we're going to turn the box to short box position, and we're going to sit with our right side closest to the tower, and your left side closest to the foot bar. Now you might want to pop on some spring weight, especially if you just had that yellow, just a little bit of spring. Just keep the carriage still. Your left foot's going under the safety strap. You're going to sit in this side mermaid position. Now I want you to pull up on the safety strap, square your hips to the front wall, and then just drape yourself over the box. Your right elbow's going to go onto the headrest. Your left arm's going to reach towards the tower. And we're just going to stretch that entire left line of the body. And as we hold this stretch, you have the option of rotating your hips. And you're going to feel a lot of changes based on how you're rotating. So you might need to rotate your chest up. You might feel more of a stretch if you rotate your chest down. We're going to spend just a few more moments here finding the area that you need the more release in. And then when you found that area, you're going to go a little deeper. So right here's where I feel I need a little bit more. So I'm going to release. Now maybe your left hand can grab onto the rope and you can pull. And that feels amazing. So you can get a bigger, deeper stretch by holding the rope. Second part of the stretch here, your left hand's going to go to the wood in front. You're going to turn your body down to the floor and then just release. Now you can, again, just hang out in a stretch here. But you can also think about pushing your hands to the left and taking your torso and twisting it a little bit more to the right. Let your head release, your neck and your shoulders release. And then we'll come up and do our other side. Come up nice and slow and switch. Right foot goes in the safety strap. I want you to turn to the left and then find that position where your hips are stacked. You're pulling up on the safety strap and your left elbow's coming down to the headrest. Now start to reach that right arm to the tower, and then you can start to roll your body up and maybe roll your body down. Just kind of rotating that hip. Oh, this one feels really tight when I roll up. I'm going to roll a little bit more times forward and back just to make sure that's the spot that I want to stay in. And then when you found your spot, stay in that spot. Mine's right there. And then just see if you can sink a little deeper. Wherever that release needs to happen, just let it go. Good. And if you want to hold the tape or the strap and pull, ooh, you get even more. You can just pause and stay here for the rest of the day. That would be lovely. But we've got things to do. So let's come up and turn, or not come up, but just turn. Bring your chest to the floor, drop your chest, and take your final stretch. Now you can also think about spinning your body to the left, thinking of pushing those hands to the right as you twist your spine to the left. Now I used our 2 minutes and more, so we got a little extra bonus, but I think it was worth it for that stretch. Go ahead and make your way all the way up nice and slow. And then since that was kind of a unilateral movement, let's put our feet on the carriage, bring your hands towards the foot bar, and then just lean yourself forward. And I'm just going to let my head, my neck, my shoulders drape down. And maybe even I can grab onto the wood frame and just pull a little bit, or just let myself kind of hang and relax. Straight down the middle of my spine. When you are ready, let's roll our spine up, one vertebrae at a time, and come all the way up. Now, if you're done with 30 minutes, I'll see you next time. But as always, I put in the description a recommendation for what you could do for the next 15 if you want to add on and make this a little longer workout. As always, I love your feedback. I love your comments and suggestions, so please keep them coming. If you have any feedback on this workout, please let me know. And I hope to get to see you soon. Have a great day.